Hey guys, I've been slacking on my YouTube uploads, so I finally bought one of these Netgear Nighthawk M1s, and it's time to compare it between that and the Mofi 4500. So I'm just running with the internal antennas. There's TS9 ports here if you want to add an external antenna, but I don't yet. I'm just comparing it right as it comes out of the box, and I'll show you. Let's do a baseline of what the Mofi gets. Start out with here. This is a video I recorded where the Mofi sits screwed to the wall in its normal spot, and I get these results all day long. It does dip down a little bit during peak times, but it's really steady. I think the external antennas is why that is. So the Mofi is only, I think, a Category 4 modem on board, whereas the Netgear is a Category 6 or 16. Excuse me. I can't remember what time of day I recorded this. Oh, here we go. 8:30 p.m. So getting 60 down with the Mofi. Ping time's 34 milliseconds. And we're going to get about 14 to 16 up. That's my normal gig there. Let me show you what happens with the M1. So this is the M1 sitting in the window where I used to test all my devices. I left my Mofi on the wall where it normally sits, turned it off so there's no interference when I did this test. And this is doing really well. 68 megabits per second down, a really good ping time. But now you see that I'm only going to get about 6 megabits up with it. So I don't know. I think it's very picky on the orientation due to it having, just a smaller body size. The antennas are all internal. Let me bring over. And then to make the test fair, I left the Mofi powered off, and I put the M1 right below where my 4500 sits, and here's the results on it. So sitting in the exact location, apples to apples. Here we go. Ping's not bad. The download suffers here. Still not bad for the country. So slightly less than the Mofi 4500, but the upload did come back and actually did a little bit better than the Mofi. So I think this thing would perform really well in the city, but for us country people, I think you're going to want to add external antennas to it if you want to have a really solid, stable upload and download speed. But not bad. I mean, it would do you perfect, even if you're not going to add TS9 antennas here. Also want to show you guys, so there's case mods for this thing. So there's, instead of just 2 MIMO antennas for the cellular, there's actually 4 antennas, and if you drill a hole in the case, this guy sells kits on eBay. He's got his eBay tag right there. Let me see if I can make it larger and then hop off here so you can see it. I still can't tell, but anyway, go check out his channel and you'll probably find his kits. But anyway, there's a couple antenna adapters he sells, and then it just pops into the, I don't know what type of connections it is inside the case, but it just snaps in and he hot glues it in. And I imagine this thing would really, really smoke if you had this type of, there's a good view of it. And then you can add external, I assume those are SMA connectors there. You can add whatever type of antennas you want to that. Or you could run off a cable and mount your antennas in a different location. But that would be a really good option if you don't want to mess with just the stock internal antenna. So anyway, just to give you guys an overview here, if you buy this thing brand new, it's $350. This is the universal one. Amazon sells the same thing, $350 universal. If you know that you're just going to use this with at&t, Best Buy sells one here that is just for at&t for $250, brand new. So if you know you're going to use that, save you $100 basically. I want to give you guys a Mofi update too. I see Mofi Networks has popped out with a Sim 7 version. So on Amazon, when you just throw in Mofi 4500, this is the one that I bought, $330, Sim 4. This picture is wrong because it does come with these paddle cellular antennas, so I don't know why they haven't updated their picture yet. But anyway, that's the right one. They do have a new one out. It's the Sim 7, and when you go to their website, it is basically only certified right now for North America for Verizon and T-Mobile. It says at&t will be completed in a few months. So if you know you're going to use at&t, I would continue to hunt for the Sim 4 version right here, Sim 4 combo. But if you know you're going to use the others, then this is slightly cheaper, and I see it's coming with those plus 5 dBi paddle antennas. So just a heads up there. What else we got? I do want to share a couple. I'm cheating here, I know, with other dudes' channels. There's lots of good info on YouTube, guys. Go check it out. So if you guys do buy an M1 and you want to connect it to your existing router, there are 3 things you need to change for this to work out successfully. You go to setup and then mobile router setup. IP pass-through, you have to turn that on right there. You turn off or uncheck the radio button for DHCP. And for the Ethernet standby, you need to disable it. Otherwise, if you have no traffic moving within like 2 minutes, it'll turn the port off. Side note, you can run this thing without the battery installed, and that is probably, I would recommend that if you're at home using it. Of course, if you're on the road, you're going to have your battery in, unless you have a really stable whatever DC adapter for your car or your RV. But if you're at home using this, take the battery out so it doesn't bloat. It will work fine without the battery. Just connect it to that USB adapter and to the AC wall outlet. So there's a little heads up there. And what else we got here? Oh, I want to share a couple. If you guys go hunting for an M1, I'm going to toggle through a couple sheets here. You can pause the video if it's too quick for you. I found this on the web. I can't remember where, but just pause it and read it. There's a couple business edition M1s out there that do not offload through the Ethernet. Let's see. Yeah, Ethernet tether. Sorry, guys. So on the non-business ones is what you're shooting for because it's supported here. So if you want to run this, if you want to run your M1 through your existing router, you need the personal or the non-business editions, because you can see here on the business SKUs, it says BS. That's funny. Pay attention there when you're buying it. Make sure it's not a BS model because it's not supported. The Ethernet offloading is if you're at a motel and you want to push what the motel is feeding their internet through your device. I would never use this. Motel internet usually sucks. You got to pay for it anyway. So that's not a big deal to me, but the Ethernet tether is. So be careful for that. Some more notes down here on bands. This is the rundown for what's all the bands in the, well, here's the at&t only edition, and then here's the unlocked, and it will show you all the bands. So if you're really paranoid, check with your carrier and find out what band you need. And here's just an easy, more simplified one. If you're doing at&t, there's the bands that it requires or works on. I know for me, I'm in Iowa, and I'm always on band 2. I actually lock it to band 2 so it's more stable. So I think that's all I got for this one, guys. Just a quick update. This thing looks like it's going to be a super awesome device. It's got better Wi-Fi specs on it. If you're going to serve other devices in your house than the 4500, the Mofi. But then again, if you're going to feed it through your router anyway in the end game, it's not going to matter, and you'll be depending on your router's Wi-Fi. So that's enough of me of puttering on here, but I did want to go over those couple things. Haven't made a video in a while, and I just bought a new keyboard that I'll probably review. Oh yeah, also I just bought a I'll probably do a review on this too. Just bought a set of these Blink XT 2s from Best Buy today, so I'll probably do a review on those pretty soon. I just hooked them up tonight. They seem, I've got some false positives at nighttime in night mode from them right now, but they seem pretty solid. They've got a lot more settings on them than what you would expect. Looks like a pretty good option. There's quite a few good videos on this already, but I might make a quick one just to show you my experience. Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one, guys. I'll throw all the links down in the bottom of the description here, and I will check you on the next one. See you guys.